Hey friends, Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV, and you're watching Auto News Sunday for June 1st, 2014. This week in the news, we've got Volvo with their all-new XC90 SUV, well, at least bits and pieces of it, while Subaru showed off a special edition of their new BRZ sports car for 2015, and Ford, well, they made our reality check segment for the very first time for the brand with a new steering system you've just gotta see. All this and more is coming right up. As the 2015 Volkswagen GTI is showing up at dealerships across the country, a GTI Roadster was shown at the annual GTI Festival in Wörthersee, Austria. The Vision Gran Turismo is a Golf GTI concept originally created electronically for the Sony PlayStation 3 game Gran Turismo 6. The real-life two-seat convertible has a twin-turbo 3-liter V6 with 503 horsepower. It's connected to a 7-speed DSG transmission, putting power to all four 20-inch wheels. Volkswagen says the still rather heavy 3,100-pound Roadster can rip from 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds with a top speed of 192 miles per hour. Volkswagen's been known for doing these special edition concepts for their Wörthersee festival each year, and this one's top-notch. But don't look to see this car at your local Volkswagen dealership anytime soon. What you can look for at your local dealership is Subaru's new BRZ special edition known as the Series.Blue. Limited to only 1,000 copies, the Series.Blue has a number of STI branded visual modifications that well makes it unique. There's an aero body package, more aggressively styled black 17-inch wheels, and significantly upgraded interior trims. There'll be 500 painted WR Pearl Blue and 500 in Crystal White Pearl, and only available with a 6-speed manual transmission. Unfortunately, the STI's turbocharged engine or any other performance enhancements for that matter aren't included in this special edition. The Series.Blue arrives at Subaru dealerships this July at the price of $30,285, including destination. In green car news this month, Chet and Robin Briscoe of Southern California may very well have become the oldest couple to own a pair of Tesla Model S sedans. The couple, both in their late 80s, have been car enthusiasts all their adult lives, owning several brands including Ford, Nissan, Chrysler, BMW, Lexus, and Porsche models, a Panamera most recently. He bought his Model S on the day he first test drove one. His wife, she liked it so much that 3 months later she ordered her own matching one. They also have matching license plates reading his Tesla and her Tesla. Very cool. In our feature story this week, Volvo released all new images and information on their first brand new product launch since the Chinese automaker Geely purchased the brand. The new 2015 XC90 SUV will be one of the most pivotal new products from Volvo based on their all-new scalable architecture, which is developed without the technology from previous owner Ford. Volvo says the new interior will be the most luxurious ever from the brand. Playing on the Swedish reputation for design and technology, it'll feature top-end materials, telematic systems, and new seating options. The 3-row SUV will get larger inside, and most notably, it loses the well-known waterfall center console design for a more traditional layout. What isn't traditional is the portrait format touchscreen and buttonless control interface. To learn more, click on the link below to see our full feature story video on the XC90 interior. Going on to test drives, Volvo's also on our radar screen as we reviewed this week the 2015 Volvo XC60 T6 Drive-E SUV. Our XC60 tester has a supercharged and turbocharged Drive-E engine with front-wheel drive. Also, we tested the Hyundai Elantra GT, Hyundai's premium 5-door hatch. Next week's going to be a very busy week. We've got the Lexus LX570, the Volvo V60 T5, Hyundai Tucson 2.0T, and the all-new Chrysler 200. All of these will be having reviews next week. For those test drives and more, log on to testdriven.tv. Now, for our reality check segment this week, Ford announced that in the next 12 months, they're bringing to market a new adaptive steering system they say will make cars more maneuverable at slow speeds and more fun to drive at faster speeds. An electronically controlled gear motor is placed inside the steering wheel, replacing the solid connection between it and the steering shaft. In a nutshell, the gear motor can basically add or subtract from your steering inputs based on the computer's wisdom. The motorized wheel can continuously change the ratio depending on speed and other driving conditions. Ford says that at low speeds, like when parking, the system uses the motor to speed up the turning, requiring you to make less motions at the wheel. At faster speeds, like on the highway, the system can be programmed to be less responsive and even correct for various things as the software becomes more enabled. Folks, this just doesn't set well with me for a great number of reasons. At the very least, the enthusiast angle. I just don't like the idea of a computer and a gear motor physically between my steering wheel and my tires. But I really think there's a safety issue here. Has Ford or the other automakers that want to put these things between me and my tires given any thought to how these devices are going to behave when they're 5, 10, or 15 years old, maybe even 20 years old? Things wear out. They do get old. And the reason I bring this up, that device right there looks remarkably similar to this one. This is the power window motor that recently failed in my 1995 Ford Mustang, about 20 years old. And when it failed, what happened was the gears inside simply wore out and they started skipping. So that caused the window to skip. And eventually the window just stopped and this motor just spun round and round and round. And so I really wonder what it's going to be like when this motor is wearing out in my steering wheel. So Ford, I certainly hope you're giving that some thought, because I am. I don't want to start waking up in the mornings as an auto journalist and reading stories about grandma running head-on into a school bus full of kids because her steering wheel broke, or because the computer went haywire and did something she didn't expect. So these are real concerns, and I hope somebody out there who's doing these things, putting these devices together, I really sincerely hope they're giving that some thought. That's our report for this week. I'm Sam Haymar for Test Driven TV. I hope you enjoyed the ride.